We have an exciting year ahead of us, and part of it is our new education plan. We are going to be working on career pathways for our students, and part of that is working with our trades and wood shop, metal shops and everything else. And we're hopeful that if our referendum comes through and everything else, that we will have revenue to upgrade our equipment here, which has served us well. But we want to bring more science and technology into our programs and computer-controlled devices as we go on, which is essential to our career pathways for our students. The education plan, as I stated, is really a good thing for us, giving us direction, and I'm very excited with the career pathways. And it's not a new concept, it's something that I had when I was a student. I actually worked on the job training out of the school in my senior year for the afternoons as a machinist, and we're getting back to that again, and I think that's great. I really value the education I got here in Red Wing. It's been the foundation for everything I've done in my life. I did not go to college. I think I've done okay in my life. I'm very happy with what I've done, and it came from my experience in school, and we had new and innovative things. We even had computers back in 1971. Ron Gray was a teacher in my algebra class, and we actually created computer programs that went into punch cards and teletapes, fed into a machine that went long distance to a big computer in Chicago and came back here. And Red Wing was a cutting edge back in the early 70s with this type of education, and that's essential for our students to be successful as we go on. And I want these same things for my grandchildren and everybody else in the community. I'm very loyal. I'm a winger all the way here. I'm loyal to my school that's given me all this. And I just am here to say that we need to be respectful of everybody, respect their point of view, and there are people throughout the community willing to step up and help us in any way we can, and we need to use those resources as we go on. And Red Wing's got a great school, and my goal is to make it as good or better school when I'm gone from the school board. So that's what it's all about. In high school, actually, like I said, I didn't go to college. I had no desire to go to college. My brother and sisters went. I was following auto mechanics a little bit and machinist. I did on-the-job training and used my, what I call them, shop skills or whatever. I was a machinist for one half of my day in the afternoons at Central Research, which now is part of Sargent Industries, and I worked there, and it was a great experience. And I did not become a machinist in my life, and it was an aha moment in the spring when I came there. It was a day that was about 75 or 80 degrees. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I thought, why am I going in this building? This isn't me. I'm an outside person. I really enjoyed being a machinist on bad weather days, but on a nice day I did not want to confine myself to being indoors. But yet, in the same end of that, I used those machinist skills that I got from high school as I went on in my life, and making parts or knowing how to make parts. I went in the garbage business, started a roll-off dumpster business, but maintaining the equipment and knowing what you can do with machines to make something, to replace a part that you have or make it work better. Those understandings, and a machinist has to use skills like geometry and math to do what they're doing, and you're measuring precision, and these are all skills we need to do today. And yes, the equipment we got works that we had back when I was in school, teaches you the basics, but we need to get up to computerized equipment more than what we had. 3D printers and programs around education around them, and basically give our students the same thing I had, but in a modern way. And that's what I'm all about, and what I think our school district and our school board, and that's my message here, is let's take a look and keep working at this. I think back to my high school days, back when I was in junior high, 7th grade, 1967. We came to the big old Central High School, and at that time we had nearly 300 students per grade. And at the time it was so crowded that we shared lockers. The teachers moved from room to room. We had 4 classrooms in the First Lutheran Church basement. We had 2 in the basement of the Washington School. The foyer and the band and orchestra training rooms were also used as classrooms. The teachers moved from room to room to teach. But I remember one day when we were walking from the high school over to First Lutheran Church, and I'm thinking to myself, don't these adults get it? It's too crowded. This is not a good way for us to learn. I don't want to ever have that for our students. I want them to know as a student that the community, the adults in the community are behind our students. I think that's a very important message.